Back in 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog made his debut on the Sega Genesis and has since changed the lives of so many people across decades through his games, merchandise, shows, and etc. Growing up, I've always had a deep-rooted love for the Blue Hedgehog, and I loved anything that had to do with him. When I was younger, I only had a few pieces of Sonic merchandise, but I cherished them close to me. One of the things I owned was a Jazzwares 25th anniversary Sonic plush. This guy really sprouted my love for Sonic and just the franchise in general. While he might not have been the best design, I always have a special place for this one, as I grew up with him and kept him close as I played the games over the years. Sonic's influence in my life has always resonated with me big time. After I got that Sonic plush, I started deep diving into the history of Sonic merchandise as a whole, dating all the way back to the 90s, whether it be the McDonald's promo.
Where do the stars of Sega Sonic 3 go when the game's over?
Sonic? Are you guys in there?
Hey, here's a hint. They're at McDonald's in the $1.99 Sonic 3 Hamburger Happy Meal. Sonic launches with a push of a button. Tails flies who knows how high. And Robotnik barely dodges disaster. There's even this sweepstakes thing where 10,000 lucky folks will win free Sonic 3 cartridges. So if you're still looking for Sonic and his friends,
I need to report a missing hedgehog.
take the kids to McDonald's, where what you want is what you get.
Or a literal Sonic Chef Boyardee commercial.
Sean! Lunch!
Food. Sonic the Hedgehog pasta new from Franco-American. What are you playing for lunch?
There was a lot of hype around it, considering these were the early promotions for Sonic in his debut years. One of the pieces of merchandise from the early 90s that really caught my eye back then was the 1993 Cal Toys Sonic plushes. They were based off of the original Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and alongside Sonic, released a Tails plush to go with them. Both designs reflected their appearances in the TV show well, and I've always loved how they looked, but the resale prices always seemed unreachable. Despite that, I always wished I could own these one day, and most people had these plushes in their Sonic plush collection videos that I used to watch when I was younger. So fast forward to August 22nd of this year, I happened to visit one of my local pre-owned video game stores called Omega Video Games. To my surprise, I looked behind the desk, and they had these two 1993 Cal Toy Sonic plushes. These plushes caught my attention right as I was trying to purchase Sonic and the Black Knight, and that was the only thing I was trying to buy that day in that video game store, considering, well, Sonic and Tails were both $70 each, and I wasn't really able to afford that at that current moment. So I left the store just with Sonic and the Black Knight. I said, hey, I'll come back at a later date and I'll get these plushes eventually, right? Because I've been starting to work lately, so I thought maybe maybe my next paycheck, right? So as I pull out of the parking lot of the video game store and I drive down just a couple of roads, right? I'm getting like closer to my house and I'm starting to think about it. I'm just like, I can't leave those there. Like, I've wanted those since I was young. Like, there's no way I can leave those. So I turned the car around and I went straight back into that store. I pranced back into that store. I said, listen, it took me a drive to think about it, but I think I'm taking these home with me today. There's no way I could leave these here. And with that said, I achieved a childhood dream of mine by owning these two absolute grails of Sonic merchandise in my collection. And I'm here to take a closer look at them with you guys. So let's roll it. Alright, so here they are up close and personal, and man, I still can't get over how great these guys look, honestly. I've wanted these for so long, and it's just crazy actually having them right in front of me. These are in really good condition too. I can notice with Tails, because usually the tuft on the top of his head is usually way more worn, but yeah, these were in really great condition. Obviously excuse me, obviously the fur and stuff on here is usually softer. They obviously aren't brand new, but it's good enough. They look great, honestly, and with the tags, like the tags are in really good condition too. Usually the tags are more like faded and stuff with like older plushes like these guys, but yeah, these are also, see, Sonic was 93. So that's why I was getting confused, because, okay, so the Sonic plush is 93. His year is 93. But the Tails one, I'm pretty sure, says 94. Yeah, Tails says 94. So Sonic is 93, Tails is 94. And, you know, I think I got it wrong, because, like, I said they were based on the cartoon designs, but they're actually based off of just, like, pretty sure just, like, the normal, like, Sonic art, or the art that they would use for Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. But, I mean, they could go after the cartoon designs, too, because all those designs are pretty similar. But, yeah, like, they just look really good, and I keep them up on the shelf back here. Like, as you can see, I took them down, like... Jazzware Sonic is just slumped. But yeah, no, like this is probably one of the best additions to my collection that I've made. Like, I don't know, I really like how the shoes look, and just like the quills and stuff is really reminiscent of his like older look and everything, and I love that. But yeah, it has a sort of aesthetic to it that I gravitate towards, you know? But yeah. And if anyone was wondering how much these costed me, well, each of them were 70, so that makes it 130 in total. But the reason why I thought it was worth it, or the reason why I think it's worth it, is because these are the bigger scaled versions of these plushes, and I'm pretty sure that these are more expensive than the smaller ones. And just overall, they look really good too. Like, obviously, if they weren't in good condition, like, I wouldn't have gotten them. But yeah. 130, bro. I am so broke, hence the title of the video, but again, it was hella worth it. I mean, look at them, bro. I don't know. I just really like these guys a lot. Here's how they look being displayed up on the shelf. Like, I just recently made this whole entire like Sonic shelf just because I got these guys. Like, I needed somewhere really good to put these. And honestly, it was really fun like finding all the Sonic things that I could find in my room to put this together. Like, this is my Sonic game collection. Like, I have two versions of 06, and the reason why I do is because I got one version at like a different pre-owned game store in my area, and it was just, the disc was completely scratched, so I ended up just ordering a brand new one. But yeah, that's why I have 2 copies of those. And then I have Unleashed, Generations, Secret Rings, Black Knight, the Genesis collection, and then All-Stars Racing Transformed. All these games are really good. I really enjoyed these. I played them throughout my childhood and stuff, except for Secret Rings and Black Knight. Those 2 I haven't played like ever, and I plan on beating those soon. But yeah, like everything else, like, bro, it's just so sick. I really like how these look. Like, especially Toy Network. Like, Toy Network is just he's here. I don't really know how to describe Toy Network. I mean, if y'all have seen Spin Dash Pro, this is what it reminds me of the most, because I remember watching those guys a lot growing up. But yeah, this is the whole Sonic shelf.